Hi Aquarius, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Aquarians, welcome to your annual forecast of 2021-22, and we have another year of roller coaster ride. We have a square between Saturn and Uranus. Uranus has been transiting in Taurus since the last couple of years and carries on doing so till about 2025. And we have Saturn that has been transiting in Capricorn, but now it is there in your own sign, Aquarius. Now, the entire theme of this year is about freedom for rights, freedom for what's inhibiting you, about what is it that you're resentful about. The Saturn square is about choosing your commitments without resentment. Saturn and Uranus square in the sky is a period of high discord during which we can expect radical change and disruption. This is a good time also to be letting go of old habits and patterns that may have become very restrictive and limiting. Uranus, though he is known as the wild boy of astrology, and it brings about a lot of unpredictability and chaos, he is also the great awakener. So, things which you may have been uncomfortable about since the last 2.5 years, things which you may feel really oppressed about, they could be relationships, it could be your work, you will find yourself being more vocal about it. However, since it's squaring Saturn, which is a teacher planet, and it is all about restriction, it's about structure. It's the time that any structure in your life that serves no purpose, whether it is useful or creative, that needs to get dismantled and reformed. And you will not have much choice in the matter. Uranus, though it is disruptive, it is also highly creative. So it's going to stop life from becoming too static or stagnant by awakening a consciousness in you that you may have previously ignored. Saturn, of course, though it brings about its limitations, it's also going to be bringing about structure. And life and society, of course, both are equally important. We can't have too much of freedom that could just lead to too much of chaos, or we can't have too much of structure. So there's going to be a constant struggle, especially for you Aquarians. It's going to be there in your house of relationships. Let me break down the year for you. On the 7th of January, we have Mars that moves from your house of earned income. This is also the house of values and ethics. And it joins Uranus that is there in your house of home. And it carries on being so till about the next couple of years. And the movement of Mars is going to be freeing you. It's going to be giving you a forward momentum. Maybe things that you may have felt stagnant as far as your work is concerned, as far as your career is concerned. Maybe your project got shelved later, or maybe it got put in a cold storage. That gets moved ahead. Even your own sense of self-worth gets increased or heightened during this time. Aquarians, for a lot of you, they could have been some chaos as far as your home situation is concerned. Maybe it has to do with one of your parents. Now, since this house governs your mother, it's ruled by Cancer. It could be that you may have been concerned about your mother. It could be a health issue. For some of you, it could just be some disruption happening at home. Either there is some renovation that is going, or there could be some plumbing issues. But mostly, home is not a refuge. It could just feel a very restless space. You may be seeking fairly often to get away from your home. On the 15th, on May the 15th, we have Jupiter that moves into your house of earned income, and it stays there till about July, and it is joining Neptune. Now, Jupiter, while it's going to be coming and increasing your chances of earning more money, or maybe a second career, or an alternate way of earning money, with Neptune being over there, it can bring about a sense of haze. Maybe you are idolizing a project too much. Maybe to a certain extent, some of you could be making excuses for the work that is there. Maybe the project or the work is not that good, or maybe you're not getting paid well at all, and there could be an alternate, where you could go and pick up another project. But Neptune tends to bring about that sense of not wanting to look at things the way that they are. So you could just be maybe idealizing it, you could be making excuses for it, or you could just be feeling that the sense of that I can't get more work or I can't get work elsewhere. With the Saturn and Uranus transit specifically this year, it's critical that despite being, of course, Neptune being there in your house of income, which is really in focus this year, that you try and push yourself, that you try and look at alternate places. Maybe you reach out to people, you reach out to maybe even different industries where you may not have considered earlier applying or maybe working for, or even collaborating or consulting. But this is a time to be really pushing your boundaries, Aquarius. And I think the good news also is because it's a transformational time, and Uranus is there, which brings about a lot of unpredictability, both in losses and in gains. It could be that even though you may, find it disbelieving that, oh, I don't think that this can happen to me. There are chances that you may just land a very good project or very good job. But of course, you need to be sort of pushing yourself. You need to be breaking through to new ways. As far as your home is concerned, I think it's really important that you need to be putting some boundaries. You need to be creating some new structures for that. They could be that you're limiting yourself and you could be blaming others around you. Aquarians, this energy is also about looking at yourself, your own self limiting beliefs. It is often that you'll find, especially again, because this transit has been there, Uranus, I'm speaking about, since the last 4 years, and it's there for the next couple of years as well, that you may have this notion about, that it's happening maybe due to so and so person, or it's happening due to a certain situation, which, yes, in reality, the triggers could be there. But the entire transformational energy lies upon you, on how it is that you have the power to change it, on what is it that you really believe. So a great transformational time to be letting go of self-limiting belief system, maybe things we've grown up with, things maybe what our parents have said, what they experienced and we adopted them. They may or may not apply right now, and they may not be factual or even be true. They're just opinions and experiences, right? So this is a time for you to be looking at your work with fresh eyes, to a home situation without the rose-tinted glasses. And if an action or something that needs to get done about it, this is a time that you will have an opportunity, you will have the window where you can, if you choose so, to do something about it. On July 28th, we have Jupiter that moves back into your own house, and it stays on there till about the next year. And Jupiter is going to be again shining a light on your own sense of self. What is it that you want out of life? Your goals, your desires, how it is that you see yourself, how it is that you want the world to perceive you. So all of that will come into focus. For a lot of you, you will go through an external change as well. Maybe it will be a wardrobe change. Maybe some of you will lose weight, change your hair. But this again is a transformation of an inner self. It's a time again to be looking at how it is that you are reacting to the people who are around you, with people with whom you share your life. And because your house of home, your the planets governing there are really in focus as well, it again speaks about the belief system that has been adopted, whether by your parents or relatives, and that is something that is up there for scrutiny. Also, this has to do with childhood patterns as well, things that we are subconsciously carrying, and we don't release them, we don't let go of them. So good time to be seeing a counselor as well, Aquarians. Great time to be seeking a second opinion, something that is bothering you, something that you feel needs to get done. It's a great time to be seeking a second opinion. On May 29th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of friendships, and a great time as well. Even though lunar eclipses tend to be very emotional because something is coming to an end, you may have finished, maybe for some of you, a friendship comes to an end, maybe a group with whom you have collaborated, you're letting go of them, that comes to an end. Maybe you're letting go of a project, you're finishing a project, or contract is coming to an end. It could just be a sense of a bittersweet, nostalgic, little bit of sadness, thinking that, oh, it was a great thing while it lasted, but now it's coming to an end. But the good thing also is that for the entire theme for you, 2021 is of deconstruct of the old and the beginning of the new. So you have to dismantle and let go of whatever that you have achieved, whatever it is that you're finishing. For some of you, it could be that you're putting finishing touches to a book as well, and you're ready for publication. So that's a wonderful thing. On June the 10th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of love, romance, creativity, and children. And it speaks of a time of, for some of you, it means a new romance. Maybe you will, connect with somebody with, whom you may have sort of known casually. It gets a little serious during this time. A very fun and playful time, a time to be spending time with your young children, a time of creativity. You could find yourself maybe dabbling with something that was a hobby, and maybe you could be thinking of turning it into a full-time career. Also, I think importantly, this time is also of letting your inner child out. It is not to get really serious about things that are happening around you and getting too bogged about the home situation or about your sense of self-worth, or feeling that because I'm not able to earn so much and I'm not good enough. So all of that is being sort of being enhanced with the solar eclipse, that you're being encouraged to let the inner child out and be more joyful, be more light, and just be. On the November 19th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there again in your house of home. And on December 4th, we have a solar eclipse that again transits your house of friendships. Now, a home situation is again coming to a closure. Your home has been in focus, Aquarians, like I said, for the last couple of years. But I think for some of you, it speaks about either buying, selling the house that you're there. It also, in certain cases, speaks about leaving the city or even country in rare cases, depending where your sun, moon are aligned in your chart. But specifically for those of you who have a sun and moon in Aquarius, this does speak about shifting to a new house, some renovations being done. Maybe a house comes to an end, and because along with it is your mother's house, which is lighted as well. It could be that two houses could be joined. Maybe your parents come and stay with you. Maybe you're making space for your parents to come, and when you're renovating the house so that your parents can come and be with you. The focus on groups of friendships with people who are your tribe, with people who share the same ideology, people who have the same likes, dislikes, goals, missions, who share the same passion also is lit for you. So it would be a time where you would be connecting with a newer set of people. You will find yourself being with people who are pretty much chasing the same goal as you are. You are happy, even though they're new friendships. They could just be this sense of kinship, a sense of great comfort with them. Now, all throughout 2021, we have Mercury retrogrades. Yes, how can we have a year without Mercury retrogrades? And they're going to be there in air sign, and you're an air sign, Aquarius. So all the retrogrades are going to be there in your sign and in Gemini and Libra. That means the communication, whether it is written, spoken, electronic gadgets, anything expensive around that, whether it is bought, that means you need to be really extremely be careful about. So keep the communication transparent, keep it brief, ensure that you have backups, whether they are contracts, ensure that there is a second opinion that you're seeking. A lot of chances of being misunderstood about things that you speak about, because all the retrogrades being there in air sign, it can be like a double whammy. So be extremely cautious about what is it that you're saying. Have a written copy of it. Ensure that while you're sharing the information on WhatsApp, that to whom is it that it is going. So be careful, and especially where travel and where electronic gadgets are concerned. Ensure that you have the dates right and that you have the receipts for the things that you buy. Overall, Aquarius, I think the theme for you, the main theme for you in 2021 is, the things that are not making you happy as far as where your home is concerned and as far as your work is concerned. You have an option to choose. You have an option to transform things, at least not completely, I'm saying, to the way that you want them to be, but bring them to a place where you are peaceful with them, and letting things be, letting things slide, letting things be under the carpet will just sort of make them fester more. So the Uranian energy is going to be supporting you to be able to speak up, to be able to have those heart to heart conversations, and don't shy away from seeing a counselor, or maybe even speaking with a close friend. If you feel that you're not sort of prepared to speak to a counselor and get it off your chest. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Aquarians. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.